Now, this following story is 100% true. It's not a joke. And I realize, humor and jokes are supposed to be based in truth because the truth is that everything sucks and you get through it by making fun of it. I was at the store the other day. I am totally saying this verbatim because it scarred me. And you have no idea how hard it is for me to remember anything, let alone something that happened the previous day. I could be shot in the abdomen, wake up the next morning, and be like, why does my side hurt so much? But I'll see a container of Vicodin, and I'll be like, I don't care anymore why. And she said, this little girl, couldn't have been older than 5, she said to her mother, I am not joking, but she said that you told Dad that I'm useless. Uh, she said, you told Dad that I'm useless. Now, how did the mother react? Did she say like, honey, no, I love you so much. That's not true. I love you more than anything. Nope. She grabbed the little girl's hand, looked straight forward, said nothing, and started power walking. The little girl's trying to keep up, and she can't. She might as well be just flying in the breeze. That happened, and as fucked up as it sounds, part of me is like, is that good parenting? I don't know. Because it's like, my parents, they're the most loving, compassionate people. They instilled confidence in me, and they spoiled me relentless. And I ended up as me. That little girl is going to have all this, resentment. She's going to be like, you know what? I'm going to put on my bootstraps. I'm going to fucking conquer the world. And she's going to become this amazing CEO. But she's not going to be a 1%er. She's going to be a 5%er because of all the money she gives to charity, and she's not even going to write it off on her taxes. And who is the better parent? I have to know. Because unfortunately, in my darkest moments, which there have been a lot of, that's why I say darkest, I've said to my parents, why did you not beat the shit out of me so I could at least have some character? And their response is, what the fuck are you talking about? But they did it, that's paraphrasing, not like the little girl, because, again, they're decent people. I like to think that I have some sort of good person, that like there's a decent person, I'm a decent person deep down because I'm so progressive, and people have told me I'm empathetic, but I like to think that I am anyway. She's going to become a CEO, and it's like, I'm not going to become a CEO of shit unless it involves fat chicks and cheap liquor, the two things I know most. Now, I'd prefer it was craft beer instead of cheap liquor, but based on my history, I'm going to go with what I know better. But the thick fat chicks, that's not negotiable. So she's going to go on to do wonderful things. And maybe the mom knows that. She, did the math ahead of time. It's just like, well, she is useless because I still resent her and I still have postpartum. And let's be honest, changing diapers is gross as hell. And I think about my ex-wife, who her mom beat the shit out of her every day. She tried to kill her, and she had to be put in foster care. And all I can think is, well, when the cops showed up, maybe they should have been like, everyone deserves a second chance, including her mom, because she'd grow up to be a CEO, and I would never in a million years, no matter my history with her, be with someone that isn't like crazy altruistic and cares about other people. So, had my wife, ex-wife, stuck around with her mom and survived the ordeal, a lot of lives would have been saved right now. And I don't want to say that I'd be the asshole because I am, but yeah, so the point is, make sure that when you raise a child, you love them, but you tell everyone you know, including, I guess, the kid's father, or make sure that the father knows you think they're useless, because you do, but deep down it's like, oh, I want her to be a CEO that helps people. And I want to be one of those, because she's going to be loving and give a shit, and I am going to rake it in. It's a long-term investment. It's going to take a minute, but I mean, you never know, because God knows that. Thankfully, my parents are in the top, I'd say 12, 12 to 24, 12 to 12%. And they're not going to get shit from me. I'm going to depend on their shit. I don't want them to die anytime soon, but at least when they do, that's one hell of a consolation prize. Dun, 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 dun.